day one, 2025 is here, and I'm going to be very straightforward with you guys. All it takes is the next 365 days to get exactly what you want. And that's gonna come from a myriad of ways, but just understand the year starts now. And I actually get it, why people always say new year, new me, even though that is such a corny way of looking at things, because you need to start immediately and not wait for a new year. But I actually get it, because it does feel like it's a reset, right? It actually feels like anything that happened in the past is actually in the past because it's a new calendar year. I actually can understand that viewpoint. And if we're operating off of that viewpoint, then it actually starts now. I want you guys to do a couple of things. I want you guys to write out all of the goals that you want to accomplish. And if you're somebody like me, chances are you've already done that, but I want you to put some visualization behind it. So what I do with my vision boarding for the year is, because when I write things down and I like write down my goals, it could be 15 goals, it could be 30 goals, it could be 10 goals, it could be 5 goals, no matter what it is. When I write it down, it's great. But when I actually look at it and visualize it, it's a big difference. So here's it is. I started doing vision boards where it's an actual board and just typing in on Google what it is that I wanted, and then printing it out and then gluing it on the board and making an actual vision board. So when I see the vision board, I actually can visualize millions of dollars in my bank account, being financially free, being debt free, finding a girl and having a girl, leaving Connecticut. Like, I literally can see it all right in front of me every single day. And it makes the visualization, process a lot better, right? Kobe and Lamar Odom in that 2009, Laker team and 2010 Laker team said they visualized winning the championship. And like they thought about it, they imagined how it was to be celebrating over and over again until eventually it happened. Same with LeBron when he came back from that 3-1 comeback. And what I've done this year that I thought was a lot easier and better was I just went on Pinterest and just made a Pinterest board. And what I did on my Pinterest board was I wrote down my next 1,000 days, which is basically, close to 3 years, 2.5 years, but it's really close to 3 years. 3 years is 1,095 days. I wrote down everything I wanted to accomplish over the next 3 years, because I say this quote a lot. I didn't make the quote up. A lot of people have used it, more than me. Better people have used it more than me. And it's, people overestimate how much they can accomplish in 1 year, and they underestimate how much they can accomplish in, a few years. So in 1 year, people think they can go from 0 to 10 million, and they can't. But then in 3 years, they think, oh, I'm just gonna go from 0 to 100K subscribers in 3 years, and you actually get to 1 million in those 3 years because you underestimated yourself. But when I say it only takes 12 months to get where you want to get to, you may want to be somebody who makes $30 million a year. Great, but you got to start somewhere, and you've never even seen 100K, let alone 1 million. All it takes is 12 months to get that first win, that second win, that third win, that 100K. That 1 million, actually that 2 million. You can start a business, learn a skill, and scale that all the way up. I mentioned this in another video where even though I had years of studying and training, it literally took me 3 months to go from 6,500 to 6 figures. It took me 5 months after that to go from 6 figures to 7 figures. It took me like 2 months after that to go from 7 figures to multi 7 figures. I've never met somebody, go from making 30, 40, 50K a year, and then the very next tax year, you have a tax, not a bill, but like your actual tax return show, oh, boom, $5 million. Like that year, that shows all it really takes is 12 months to really lock in. That's all it takes. And that comes with visualizing your actual goals and what you actually want to accomplish, keeping the people close to you who actually pour into you. I put this on my story. There's a lot of people this year who is going to lose people that are close to them because they're subconsciously pushing them away. There's people who is pouring into you and you love them and you love having them around in your life, but you're not showing them the love they need, the love they deserve, the love they command. You're not texting them, you're not checking in on them, you're not asking about their family. And then soon enough, you look up and you realize this person does not want to talk to you no more. It could be a guy, it could be guy, girl, it could be girl. You realize the person is like, hey, you only really care about yourself. You don't really care about me like you say you do. We only talk once a quarter. Then what are we friends for? You know what I mean? And it's different. And I'm being very, very pragmatic about this all, where it's like a lot of you guys are going to lose people who are close to you. A lot of people are going to gain, better people in your life who are 10 times closer to you. Like there's only 2 ways life can go this year. You can make more money or less money. You can have a worse relationship or a better relationship with, that guy or that girl. You can have more friends or less friends. You can go to bar more or bar less. You can, there's a whole bunch of things you can do. You can get healthier or worse when it comes to your health. You can gain weight or lose weight. You can complete a marathon or not complete a marathon. There's a lot of things you can do this year, and you guys need to be on the right track for it all. The biggest thing with this video is if you guys actually realize that every single year that you guys have had, you guys have done whatever it is that you wanted, and you guys have catered to other people and friends instead of catering to yourself. And if you just looked at just this year, follows me. If you just looked at just this year by itself is the 1 year I'm going to take for myself. It doesn't mean isolate from the world. It doesn't mean cut every single person off who really, really loves you. That just means take it for myself. That means I'm only going to do what is going to push me towards my goals, create a bigger, core group around me in terms of love and friendship with my parents, with, like I said, with other guys, with girls, create experiences that only matter to me, and work in a field that, brings more joy to my life. If you guys just committed 12 straight months just only doing that, you guys can skip parties for a year. You guys can, skip out on all the distractions. You guys don't gotta watch the very next season of the show you've been watching the minute it comes out, unless it's on a day you've been working your ass off for 8, 9, 10 hours straight and you're just relaxing. Then you can watch that. But if you're just pouring into yourself for a full year, you would be surprised at the person that comes out on the other end on January 1st, 2026. You'd be very, very, very surprised. I mean, very surprised. I want you guys to actually do that. This video is not about, preaching or motivating this video is being very, very straightforward and giving you clear-cut advice that you guys would be surprised at the person you are come January 1st, 2026, who you have in your life come January 1st, 2026, how much money you have come January 1st, 2026, how good your body looks January 1st, 2026, how much less stress you have January 1st, 2026, how much better relationships you have January 1st, 2026, how much more followers and subscribers you have for your social media come January 1st, 2026. If you just did the things that you felt mattered to you and was not peer pressured by people who is not on the same trajectory as you. It's a new year. If you really want to look at that as a new year, new me, that is perfectly fine. You only got 12 months and do not waste it.